Hey, Crestwood, happy August 7th to you. Hope you all are having a great day. It's such an honor to be your pastor and love the relationships that we share. And so honored to offer you this devotional. I'm shocked every week when someone says, oh, I watched your devotional and it was meaningful, or you said something, or I completely disagreed with you, or whatever. I'm amazed that people watch this. So I hope it's helpful to you, gives you something to think about, gives you something to disagree with. I think that conversation is what's so important to our relationship, not just with each other, but with God, to stay in relationship with God and to continue to grow in that. So really, it's an honor to bring you this devotional for this Wednesday, August 7th. So, as you all know, maybe we have a new puppy in our house, Penny. We adopted Penny a little over a month ago. She's an 8-month-old border collie mix that we rescued, and she is quite a delight and brings a whole different level of energy to our house. But she's still a puppy, so we have started leaving her out of her crate. We did that all day yesterday, and she did fantastic. And then Amy and I came home and played with her, snuggled with her, let her out to go to the bathroom, and then we ran to the grocery store, and we came back to a tornado that had hit our house, including a book that I was about 2/3 of the way through and had written a lot of notes in that she had shredded. Absolutely shredded. She had taken one of our couch cushions and completely tore it up. She had gotten a couple bags of treats down off the counter and busted those open and ate all of them. And suffice it to say, we were not happy with her at all. And so I was reflecting on that this morning, and reflecting on the fact that just because I wasn't happy with her doesn't mean I wanted to give her away. Well, okay, maybe for a second I did, but then I came to my senses. But it reminded me the difference between happy and joy. In that moment, I was not happy with Penny, but she still brings me joy. And a half hour later, after we cleaned up the mess, she was on the couch cuddling with us. The joy was still there. Happy comes and goes. Happy is an emotion that is very much fickle and tied to the circumstances of what's going on around us. But joy is such a deeper reservoir within us. Joy comes from God. Happiness comes from our circumstances, but joy comes from God. You know, when we wake up, we don't wake up happy or unhappy. We wake up ready for the day, and circumstances happen that make us happy or unhappy. And that can change as the day goes on. I think what's key for us is that we stay rooted in our joy, that we realize that joy is not something that is so susceptible to being changed, but joy is a gift from God that is within us. And so in the moments when we are unhappy, it helps us to dip down into that joy and to remember that even though in this circumstance I'm not happy, that doesn't mean I'm not joyful. Believe me, we were not happy with Penny last night. It was it was pretty tense as we tried to scold her and be mad at her while she gave us the cute little puppy face and the head tilt, and it was quite a combination or a collision of unhappiness and joy in the same moment. And so that's my hope for you today, Crestwood, is that you are able to ground yourself in the joy that comes from being a child of God, that comes from the things in life that circumstances can't take away. I know today there's going to be something that doesn't make you happy. This week, this month, leading up to the election, there is going to be a lot of unhappiness in our country, a lot of circumstances that are causing frustration or anger or all the negative emotions that we feel. Those things are going to happen, and we can't change it. Happiness happens, unhappiness happens, but joy is something that doesn't go away. We choose whether we tap into it or not. We choose whether to live in our unhappiness, to live in our anger, to live in our frustration, or to go deeper below that into our joy. There is always a reason to be joyful, even in the most difficult circumstances. And so my prayer for you, for us today, is that we always find the reasons to be joyful, even when we're unhappy. That unhappiness will go away. Happiness will return. But joy is there forever. So Crestwood, my prayer for you today is to choose joy, even when you're unhappy, to realize that there is something to be joyful about in the situation. I'm unhappy that I lost a book that was really good and I made a lot of notes in. Doesn't change the joy that Penny brings me each and every day. So choose joy today. Don't let the circumstances of this world keep you blocked from accessing the joy that God has put there. The more you are joyful, the more you find that, the more you shine God's light in this world that seems to be increasingly unhappy. Let's be different. Let's show the world what God's joy looks like. God bless you, Crestwood.